Ahoy, fellow Red Rocketeers.
And welcome aboard the Joy of Trek, a dilithium-scarce podcast exploring the undiscovered centuries and glowing foreheads of Star Trek.
All of it.
I'm Cocky.
I'm Kay.
And all alone in the ruined space station is a Chief Engineer, Greg.
Together, we're on a mission through the swamps of Star Trek to find the treasure in every transworm and the excellence in every episode.
Even the disposable holobirds.
Because every episode must be someone's favorite and might as well be ours.
So suit up and shoot up your space hole and join us as we fist our phasers into the
joy of Trek. Wow.
Yeah, it was a good one, wasn't it?
Ooh.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
disposable holobirds? It's just like shoe and it goes away.
There's different colors every time. So
True.
I think a completely new
that's just
sort of
for
synthetic animal is just created and then destroyed.
Day of the week.
Oh, that's a lovely idea.
I was more thinking, my first thought was like, oh, that's really clever. You get a little, I didn't realize it was holographic at first. So I thought it was just like a little alarm clock which starts singing and flying away as soon as it's time to wake up, and it doesn't turn off until you catch it. So
yeah, okay. To make sure you really got up.
Exactly. So
no snoozing with a bird.
By the time you actually caught it, okay, now you're actually up. And
physically out of bed, and the bed has destroyed itself.
And you've had a bit of morning exercise, and there's like there we go, problem solved. I guess there's a lot of people who would benefit from that.
I wonder how many people have been able to guess which episode this is just based on that.
Well, that last bit was probably quite telling. If you've seen the episode, you probably know it.
Because this week we have had been watching timey-wimey grammar. It's tricky.
Discovery Season 3, Episode 1.
Yes.
The Hope That Is You, Part 1.
That Hope Is You.
Oh, sorry,
in
that's
fact,
it.
Part
right,
1.
Yes.
Originally listed as Part 1, and then within a week of its airing, the Part 1 was removed so that people wouldn't be confused because the next episode wasn't Part 2.
Right.
And then by the time the final episode aired of the season, which is That Hope Is You Part 2, then it was retroactively added back again.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
It's okay. What happened in this episode in your delightful, little...
Michael has a lovely excursion to the Blue Lagoon.
To the Blue Lagoon? Yeah. Oh, wait, Blue Lagoon. Is that where the horrible monster creature comes out of, or where the teens discover sex?
Well, the latter, if you're referring to the movie, but I was referring to the hot pools on Iceland, which is also called the Blue Lagoon.
Oh, very good. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, better. This is only the second time that location shooting has taken place outside of North America for Star Trek, any Star Trek.
Okay, I mean, I guess it's expensive.
Yeah.
The
other time was the premiere of Discovery when they went to Jordan to film a desert scene.
Oh, right.
But other than that, everything has always been in America.
North America has a very wide range of geological
biomes,
features. Yeah, biomes. So you're not really
architecture as well.
I was going to say you're pretty spoiled for choice when it comes to that. It's unless you're going to do the last Cobal's last gleaming shots where you want to walk through Egyptian ruins, then.
Seek Battlestar Galactica. Chief, what happened in this official synopsis of this episode?
Burnham navigates a strange new galaxy, 930 years in her future, looking for the rest of the Discovery crew.
Thank you. Because this episode, okay, it's essentially a new pilot. Right. For just a re-envisioning of the series, like a new century. It was sort of treated like a second pilot with, you don't have any legs. The Discovery doesn't even appear.
Well, in the opening scene.
Yeah, but those are all from,
Right, yeah. That's
retakes from season 2.
That was the recap, yes. Oh, it's, interesting episode. Is it what was it, okay, is there anything, any reasoning why they went for this? I mean, I've heard a few, there was not a lot to be found on it, but some of it was a little bit...
In terms of reviews, you mean?
Reviews, ways.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I mean, Cathy Bird from Gen of Geek says, in a strange future where the Federation is no more, a red angel falls from the sky. Third season of Star Trek Discovery has begun, and this show has never been better. So definitely rave reviews there. But I've also seen stuff where they went okay, maybe they're trying to shed a little bit of their baggage, story debt that they've written themselves into.
See, this is something that fans often do. They did even worse with season 2 and season 3 of Picard, sort of imagining that creative choices were a desperate attempt to appease the criticism of the fandom. And certainly Picard, that wasn't the case because season 3 they started writing it before season 2 even aired. So definitely, absolutely no response to the fans.
Yeah.
But also here, when Brian Fuller originally pitched a new Star Trek series, one of the early concepts was that it would be an anthology show. Right, with different like settings, eras per season or per block of seasons.
Oh, okay. I see.
And some of those had been developed. So like the idea of going to the future or whatever, and following a different captain there part of that already sort of existed.
I mean, they've already done a bit of switching. They had What's-Face in the first one, then it became Pike, then it becomes Burnham later on.
Oh, the captains. Yes, Captain Saru.
Yeah, Saru.
Saru was also captain, and you had Pike and Lorca.
Lorca,
that's the one from
name. That's the name I was
season
thinking
1.
of. Yeah.
Because it's all like it's her journey towards captainhood and learning the various aspects. And so like leaping into the future, I mean, why not? Right? It's been a strong desire for Star Trek to go where no one has gone before, and that includes bits of the past that have been sort of re-explored. And oh man, the thing that I maybe loved the most, that I got the most excited about for this show, was that the title font changed.
Oh, I saw that mentioned, somewhere in some notes. Might have been your notes that I accidentally glanced over when I was going through.
Yeah, and as a font nerd, the font nerd in me once knew what the new font was called, but like it's also sort of a classic Star Trek font.
Right, okay.
It's very wide, it's very... it's absolutely gorgeous. And seeing those. Yes,
who recommended this episode to us?
Oh, okay, yes. Because there is someone who thought this was a very good episode, just like your reviews there. That Hope Is You, Part 1, which first aired on October 15th, 2020. Oh, yes. But before I tell you exactly who, this was also one of the first new series to come out whose post-production happened during the pandemic, early days of the pandemic. So the was all done under lockdown and remotely. They'd already done the filming, fortunately.
I keep forgetting how old Discovery at this point already is. To me, it kind of still feels like, that's the new show.
That's the new one.
Yeah, no, it's like 8 years old at this point. Yeah, it's wild.
Yep. I have nieces who are telling great jokes who weren't born when this aired. Recommended by Lauren Alexis Rivers, friend of the show, who said...
The first episode, when Discovery arrives in the future, it introduces one of the series' most complex characters, Cleveland Booker, aka Book. A courier, he is our guide to one of the furthest points in the future we have ever seen. The episode largely features Burnham alone in a strange land, much like the Alice in Wonderland she had once quoted. It introduces the new world and a galaxy very different from the one we know. I always like this episode because rebooting a series, soft or otherwise, is very hard to do. Most shows never manage to successfully transition their characters into a new setting. But Discovery not only does it well, but they also create a unique story in Star Trek where for the first time we see a broken Federation and a hurting universe. And these hopeful kids are going to do what they can to make the galaxy better.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's sort of shades of, thank you, by the way, thank you, Lauren, for recommending this episode, and thank you also to Hauke for something that I'll mention in just a second. It sort of references almost Andromeda.
Oh, not sure I've seen that.
Good. It's got Kevin Sorbo in it, and he's a MAGA anti-vax dipshit. But it was like a year 2000 series based on Notes of Gene Roddenberry, and it was also about like a man from the past, from a captain from the of the flagship of a peak civilization who then finds himself like 900 years in the future when it's all broken, and with a ragtag crew, he tries to like put together what broke apart with his historic ideals.
Right. So yeah, I can imagine that like if you're not careful when you do a show with a broken federation, or at least a fallen apart federation, which I do believe we can get a little bit of a glimpse of at the final scene of this. Wasn't there more stars on that flag than there in the past?
Very good. Yeah. Yes. Well noticed.
But yeah, so I mean, it's easy to fall in the trap of kind of like, oh, look, like we are going to rebuild the Federation with our old ideals. That probably is not the best way to go with a series like that. Which I don't know if they are or if they would, but it's...
There's a lot of season 3 to still discover. You haven't seen this, have you?
No, I haven't.
No. Okay. So this was your introduction to the new era of Star Trek.
Well, I think I've seen the first season of Discovery.
I meant like the 31st century.
Right, yeah. Well,
like
the only other reference I know of that is like the time travel Kirk from Strange New Worlds. There's a time travel episode where he and, I think, is it Una or is it?
No, La'an.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they go back. They go back to the 21st century.
Right, but he
Toronto.
is from the future. That's future Kirk, isn't it?
No, it's a different universe, Kirk. But like from the
that's
23rd
it, right? Yeah,
century.
It's not a time travel Kirk. It's
a little bit. It's a little bit. You know, you do some time travel, you do some universal travel.
Can have a little team time travel as a treat.
As a treat. This was also the first year where 3 Star Trek series aired in the same year. You had Discovery, Lower Decks, and Picard. And then I think like 2 years later, we had like an episode of Star Trek every week.
Yeah. Ooh, spoiled for choice.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are the days.
Do we have any warp cores to eject?
No, because they all blew up, didn't they?
Well, the dilithium kind of blew up.
Yeah, it's kind of a grim.
And it still works. I mean, they're still using dilithium, except it's even rarer than it used to be.
Yeah.
And there apparently are
mysterious,
a few other ships.
So do you want to call that your thing that you're critical of? Because that's what our warp core dump.
No, not
means.
really. I mean, it's really about stuff that we need to. Not technical nitpicking. Those are little plasma events. Like technical nitpicking.
That's true.
Warp cores are more like big, egregious things that.
Yeah, that we really need to acknowledge and then put in its place. You know, the sexual politics of the 60s and the 90s. And
there's nothing like that I could find in this that jumped out at me.
I mean, the complete absence of a ship and crew. Right? This is. I don't think this has ever happened before. That we had an entire episode just with only one of the regular characters.
Right. Yes. Yes, it is kind of like the Book and Brook and the episode. Sorry.
The Mike and Book episode.
That's the one,
yes. Also, I think this is the very first episode of Star Trek.
It's the Book Burn episode.
Ew. Well, that one definitely gets... Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that, I've got to say. I think it's the very first episode of Star Trek that was ever filmed without a white character in it, without a Caucasian person. It has never happened before that there isn't one on screen who wasn't covered in makeup. In this case.
Fair enough, yes. Oh, good point. Yeah. So, shall we go ahead and jump into the episode?
Yeah, and we start off with a little birdie, chirpy chirp.
Yeah,
he's so cute.
It's a little finch, or whatever those things are called.
Parakeet, I want to say.
Yeah, it's like
parakeet.
Parakeet.
Parakeet is so cute.
And it wakes up a man whose bed then disappears and who gets his teeth cleats and who sits in front of a desk.
You don't think anything weird about his bed disappearing? That didn't totally freak you out, or like a sort of maquette of himself appearing in the.
We already knew that. I mean, yes. I thought it was like, okay, that's kind of like an overuse of technology. Like, to have rather than have a mirror, have like a 3D hologram of yourself kind of appear out of the wall. That's, it's a bit odd, but we know, I already knew that it was the future.
Yes.
Therefore, there are going to have to be the future things.
Yep. Including, and his bed becomes his desk that just floats.
I think it's just a single room, isn't it? Where he just, where he lives, where he waits for stuff to happen. It's kind of like the opening scene of the remake of Battlestar Galactica. The guy's just sitting in
Honest Station.
Exactly.
That was originally filmed several times, and then they added more and more old makeup on him because it was the same dude coming there for 20 years, and then the picture frame that with his kid that he brought, first he didn't have one, and then he had a baby in his arms, and then his kid, and it would have been Boxy as well, by the way.
Oh,
that's Boxy's dad.
Yeah. Huh.
And so this is Mr. Sahil, as we later find out, and we see him waking up to different colored birds with 759 glowing on the sides.
I think it's just like the color just indicates which day of the week it is.
I really like that. While beautiful music plays, and it's just his routine, he gets up out of bed and he sits at this desk with a box and clean teeth
and waits
just waits.
Yep.
Meanwhile. Yeah. Across the galaxy,
there is shenanigans happening. There's I guess this is the first time we see Book appear.
Yeah.
And he is arguing with someone who is chasing him, shooting at him, apparently about a cargo which should have been delivered and he apparently has stolen.
Yes, he's being chased by Cosmo Trait, a Betelgeusian or a Betelgeusian, I think it's pronounced, who says,
It doesn't belong to you, it belongs to itself.
Oh, it's rather presumptuous.
What?
No, I don't.
Assuming that something is entitled to control itself rather than somebody else deciding for it, that's a safe assumption. That's a baseline.
That's attributing a lot of agency to a space whale.
Ooh, that's a toothy space whale.
Well,
wait, no.
No, I'm just joking.
The default owner of a living thing is the living thing itself. And then there are fine. There's a debris field and they're flying through it and it's so complicated. And like the bridge of his ship is this gorgeous wide space with lots of glass and wood. And he's got a cool interface that he's touching. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, there's a few things like I was wondering, like, okay, that ship, that Betelgeusian ship, that kind of looks like it's a bit, I don't know, it reminded me of a little bit of the Golem ships in
Strange New World,
except those have 3 prongs and this had like 6 or something.
And it's very asymmetrical, but like it does the rotating thing as well.
Exactly, very much so, yes.
Oh, yes. I get to break it open. Okay, we immediately hit the brakes because finally it has come to pass. I got to open the Star Trek makeup book. Yeah.
Ooh.
That we were gifted by a friend of the show, Hauke. And if you flip to, I think it's like page
Art of Glenn Hetrick's Alchemy Studios.
I meant to put a little label in there for you.
Revealing the Magic of Prosthetic Makeup by Joe Nazarot? Yes, I guess so. It is a gorgeous book.
It feels a little bit bullshit to me that me as the makeup person, me as the person who's been a fan of Glenn Hetrick since I was watching him on Face Off, me as the person that just like loves this stuff, I can't see this shit. I'm as much in the dark as the audience is with all this stuff because I want to see this stuff and I can't. I'm pouting here. I don't want to be part of this discussion if I can't enjoy this book. This.
Oh, yeah. So you can flip it open to season 3 and there's, I meant to put labels in there for you.
It opens up on an airbrush.
There's so much in here.
Cardassians. They talk about Betelgeusians.
Yeah, here we go.
There we go. It just happens to be the same. So you said page 14?
No. I thought it might be page 40, but you found you found it already. The Betelgeusian, that's
page 144.
144. There we go. So season 3 it's a lot better value than I remember. But yeah, it's got these cool ridges. Glenn Hetrick, who was interviewed for each of these creatures, he talked about like on Earth, there's a beautiful harmony between like reptiles and birds because they evolved together, and so that's what he wanted to do with these Betelgeusians. And they've got this sort of bony crest around their clavicles and feathers around there. And this is, it says the name of the actor performing it there, David Tomlinson.
Very good.
Nailed it.
Full points.
The contours of whose head were well familiar to the makeup crew because he was also Lieutenant Linus, the Saurian.
It's just a funny line here. It's like, in the early days, I would just start designing things, Hetrick reflects. If I had a sculpture whose hands were free, I would say, here's what you're doing when you're not working on this. It's like, here you go. It's like,
it reminded me so much of reading, Dave Elsey. That was the makeup and puppetry animateur for Farscape, where I also got to read the book about how they made those amazing creations. This book is such a delight. Thank you, Lauren, for recommending this episode. Thank you, Chief, for selecting it. And of course, thank you to Hauke for adding that to the Joy of Trek reference library, which has been safely moved to an archival location so that it doesn't accidentally get swept up.
Disappear in one of my moving boxes.
Yep.
Yes, that's right. Joy of Trek Studios is soon to be moving to a different location.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we might have an entirely different recording location soon.
Well, it will.
That's exciting. But also exciting is this chase is interrupted because...
Space terminology detected.
Oops. And something like blue opens up in the sky and something red shoots out and whacks into Book's ship.
Yes, apparently doing quite a lot of damage to both the ship and the suit that Michael is wearing.
Yep, because she is in her Red Angel suit, which we see flaring out as Book's ship goes crashing.
I do love those wing-like protrusions, even though, like in space, I can only presume they're for some sort of...
They're for time travel.
Right. I thought that was the wormhole was for.
No, the sort of veins help generate the wormhole.
Oh, okay, that's what it is.
That's a time travel suit.
Sure. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's what time travel suits look like.
Okay, excellent. They take a while to reboot, though.
Yeah, because...
Fatal impact imminent. Propulsion systems unresponsive.
Full system reboot!
Rebooting.
And then we...
Yeah, we sort of pan down to this peaceful planet where one creature is just eating another creature.
I mean, that's what creatures do.
Yep.
And in the distance, we see two smoke trails descending, one small, one large.
Yep. As we get closer and closer to the ground that she's plummeting toward, we hear...
Rebooting. Rebooting.
Speaking, if it keeps saying rebooting, then it's not fucking rebooting, is it?
That's just the auditory equivalent of progress bar.
That's just the hypervisor, which is monitoring the thing. Anyway.
The reboot is complete, and fast-talking Burnham can give all the orders to save her life.
Increase power to reverse thrusters and activate impact shield!
That's really not a very efficient way of working, you know?
I mean, you don't really have your hands free in a suit like this, per se.
But you'd think you'd have a little shorthand, like prepare for impact, or something like that.
Well, they had like 4 hours to build this suit, which they did under extreme haste, replicating all the components, putting it all together. Like she barely had any time to familiarize herself with the software before she had to fly through a literal battle.
Oh, right. Sorry, you're talking about the actually in canon story,
not
about the
yes.
the production companies. Like, wow, somebody f***ed up if they only had 4 hours to like make a prop like this or an outfit. That's
would have been very impressive.
I was going to say.
She wakes up in Iceland.
Yes.
The sort of black volcanic sand.
Buried in the side of a mountain, which is still slightly burning.
Yeah, it's a little toasty.
Something must have vented from her suit, I guess, or maybe it's just naturally burning and she just ignited it. Her suit decides to go like, nope, I'm out of here.
Yeah, life support fails as she climbs up and looks around. Yeah, the suit disengages from her and flies away, reconstructing behind her. So she can quickly open it up, grabs the emergency supplies, tries to contact Discovery.
Discovery!
But she doesn't hear anything back.
Only useful bit of information that she can get is when she is.
You have reached year 3188.
And she immediately asks...
Live readings!
Because that's why she...
That's important.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, like in general, or just all life was supposed to be extinguished, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah. That was the threat that they were trying to avert, a future where all life indeed had been extinguished.
But quickly, she can't like rest on her laurels. She has to like send the suit off to go close up the rift.
And she does it with fast-talking Burnham again.
Yeah.
Temporal coordinates for location 5499, section 16, course heading 214 Mark 5. Initiate final signal upon closure of spatial rift. Then initiate self-destruct sequence.
Leaving.
Could you memorize all those lines and say them and act so like...
Oh, I don't know. I mean, if I was an actor and I had to it was my job to memorize my lines, probably.
Yeah. So this is your baseline. Like, if it was my job, I'd be good at it.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, if I were an engineer, I would have had this stuff pre-programmed and just initiate a shutdown of a wormhole shutdown sequence, launch, activate, boom.
There were those who said, well, now that we find out that the suit has an autopilot, that sort of invalidates the whole of season 2 because they didn't have to make any sacrifice.
Right.
Fuck off. You don't trust something this important to autopilot. You want someone on board who can make decisions, who can keep the mission in mind. And she does. And the Red Angel suit flies up into the space hole and it closes overhead and she collapses.
Yeah.
Because this is the end of months of stress and fighting and worry. And
leaving her just with emergency rations on the... do they know which planet they're over, or is it just some very random? I don't think she particularly knows.
No, it's not where she intended to go. The planet's called Hima, Hima, and after she does some screaming and panting, letting the emotions out,
and repeating her Starfleet serial number several times.
Commander Michael Burnham, Science Officer, USS Discovery, serial number SC0064-0974SHN.
Yeah, because she didn't have a plan for this point. She literally never thought about surviving and what she had to do then, but she does have to.
Well, yes, and it's very simple. It boils down to one thing.
Walk.
Yep. Telling herself to walk, which I sort of get.
Oh, yeah, totally.
When you have all
What
this...
are we going to do? Well, there's smoke. It's probably the other ship. Let's just go with it. Don't see anything else.
Yeah.
Might as well walk.
And she straps her equipment to her. She's got a ration pack, some water, communicator, tricorder, phaser.
Compartmentalized water. It's like...
Yeah, I don't know which one, because she talks about,
Serial
she's got
ration pack. Emergency ration pack.
I don't know which one is which.
I mean, I don't know, man. It's all weird. Like, I mean, water, you'd think that, like, unless the Federation has found a way to compress water.
Yeah.
It's like, this is very, impressive.
There's not much that you can do
to reduce the volume of water. It doesn't really work that way.
But maybe anyway. It's hydration. Maybe that's just like filtering.
Yeah, possible.
Like advanced filtering.
I mean, they're probably pretty good at that, but you still need to find water, which fortunately this planet has. I mean, at first it seems like all rocky.
Iceland has a lot of water.
But after the credits, we get to see her walking across the beach to
beautiful.
The remnants of a ship, which hastily gets cloaked by the pilot.
Who attacks her?
Karate!
Tremendous fight. Judo chop.
Karate,
Judo
yes, chop.
Yelling and grunting, as it says right here. Let's see
Pentak
what yelling and grunting sounds like. Because it's Book who has shown up, who doesn't want to say his name, who says,
Stop it!
It doesn't belong to you!
Because he thinks she is also a thief.
Right, yes.
Who wants the cargo that he stole from Cosmo.
Yes. Oh, it's fairly stolen.
Yeah.
He stole, I mean, he literally says, you stole what I stole, I believe.
Uh-huh.
And Book is like, yeah, so all's fair.
And she's trying to de-escalate, but there's not really a lot of de-escalation possible.
He's not particularly amenable to that suggestion, although it finally does work out.
Yes, when she's got a phaser to his head, which he says...
I listen better with I holding that antique to my head.
Yeah, it's like antiques will still shoot your face off, I don't mean, like, it's just... People are being very disdainful, but if I've got someone points a loaded musket at my face, I'm just going to be like almost as worried as.
Yeah, in fact, more so because this is a weird turn for today to take. Like,
right, of course.
Why are we here?
Good point. Yes.
They calm down.
Yeah, he still stays a bit standoffish because this happens several times.
I do not want your acquaintance.
And at some point, he even starts saying, "Oh no, stop! Wait, we're not doing introductions."
Yeah, because he's from a rougher century than she's from.
Apparently so. Yes.
And he confronts her with like,
"You think ripping holes in space is a good idea?"
Because apparently the Gorn destroyed 2 light years of subspace.
Yes. And subspace seems to be a fairly fragile thing. It's threatened quite often.
Yeah. It's almost as if, like, it's an allegory for technologies being able to, like, irreparably destroy environmental treasures that we all depend on.
Fair point.
Yeah.
I mean, if they weren't meant to be strip mines, they wouldn't be called resources.
We don't subscribe to that /S. What do you do? What's the sarcasm one?
Ooh, I don't know, actually.
And he's starting to figure out that she's not from around here.
Clearly not.
Notice the equipment. Her Rocket Girl outfit was made of titanium alloy.
Hasn't been anything like that in years.
Do not call me Rocket Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
I mean, why would he call it? I mean, it's not like there's any rockets involved. It's just, I mean, Spacesuit Girl would be more appropriate.
It's cool. You've got Rocket Man, Rocket Girl, Rocket Woman,
sure.
The Rocketeers.
But those are all cultural references to something that, I mean, unless he is a buff about like everybody else, mid 20th century.
Yeah, that's true. I like to imagine that that's the sort of thing that kids keep inventing. You know, every kid who discovers what a rocket is, like, oh, I could be a rocket person.
Yeah, but it's not as impressive when your culture actually has anti-gravity and, people flying around in backpack isn't quite as impressive as it is to us who grew up.
You say that, but imagine like anti-gravity is real, but then you see a rocket with fire coming out of it. Which one do you think is cooler if you're 6?
Sure. I suppose. I mean, I don't know. It's like
this one fire comes out and it goes real fast and it can't go slow.
I guess. But, it's weird. Like, to me, like growing up in a society with that kind of technology where that kind of thing is commonplace.
Yeah.
I think it would be very different for people. I mean,
oh, totally.
Dinosaurs would still be cool, but rocket packs maybe not as much.
You don't see rockets every day,
don't you?
Why would you see rockets when you've got anti-gravity and like warp speed and like shuttles, and then you see a rocket for the first time, like fireworks?
Oh, well, I suppose that might make sense. So,
like for engineers, like the need for fire is a real downside to anything they want to build. Like,
I don't know, man.
If you could build this without fire and moving parts, that'd be great.
And then there's still people who maintain steam trains and like make them run and
out of romance and love.
Yeah,
and, like that's you be steam boy. And we learn through this interaction, she's out of place, and like she has this little reserve of energy that she's running on.
Yeah,
and he's from a rough century and doesn't want to. He's a threat, but he's also
a criminal.
Well, and she decides to do something.
The only thing I can do right now is trust something.
Yeah, I mean, she goes like, "Yeah, I'm sorry about like crashing into your ship and all that, but yeah, I'm kind of like down on my options here."
Yeah, and she asks him,
"Please help me,"
because that's all she's got, right?
Yeah,
and he decides to help.
Yes.
Even though treachery is in his heart, as we'll find out.
Right,
boo, book, boo. But he shows her around his gorgeous ship.
Yes.
Which has a little bedroom nook with beautifully sort of mahogany carved walls. And
it's just a hologram.
I don't think so.
I know.
No, we're going to learn about, like, on his planet, they have, like, wooden rifles.
Could just be replicated.
Could be.
Yeah.
But, like, he's a forest dude.
Mm.
He likes the real stuff. And all of these consoles that float without support, anti-gravity and glowing walls and
yes,
3D interfaces.
Don't touch anything.
Yeah, absolutely not. And he brings out this demon creature.
Yeah.
Right, baby?
A massive cat. A good value cat that he calls Grudge.
Yeah, I wonder if that's like a personality trait of the cat.
Well, he explains.
Because
she's heavy.
So grudges
and all mine.
Yeah. He has heavy grudge.
He does have a heavy grudge against his father, doesn't he?
He does a little bit. That does come up a bit.
And I'm like, and then he goes like,
she has a thyroid condition.
No, she's a Maine Coon.
Yeah,
she's a Maine Coon.
Everyone knows this, but like maybe he just doesn't know what cats are supposed to be like, and has only
maybe he'd never heard of Maine Coons, and it's just like, yeah, she's very big for a cat, so it must be a thyroid condition.
And he decides to help because she has something to trade.
Right, yeah, old stuff, antiques. New old stock, as they would call it.
Yep, which he needs because, as he says...
You have something? Because I need dilithium and I'm space broke.
Yeah, he's not just broke, he's space broke.
Yes, because his dilithium crystals cracked like a lychee. I'm just like, I mean, I guess the shell cracks and then you peel it off.
Yeah.
I mean, normally I would consider lychees to be soft and squishy.
Yeah, exactly.
Personally, I'm more a fan of rambutans than lychees, but
I'm not very familiar with rambutans.
They look very similar after you peel them. Before you peel them, they have a shell which kind of looks like a chestnut.
Oh, okay.
Like soft and hairy, except they're red rather than yellowish.
What's firm and hairy on the outside, and then sort of wet and soft and succulent on the inside?
I just told you, rambutans.
And it starts with a C, and it ends with a T, and there's a U and an N in it.
I don't know.
Coconut.
Oh, jumped the gun on that one.
Save the chief some editing on that one.
May have saved me some editing, but didn't save me like confusion and or heartache on how do I edit this? What am I doing here? What is he gonna say? Oh, okay. What am I editing? Okay. So yeah. All right. Thank you.
There's a long walk where she investigates like this cargo that he's got, which she sees over his shoulder. She sees him like fiddling with a hologram that it's temperature sensitive.
Yes.
And during this walk, she learns something shocking.
Federation is gone.
Yeah.
He's recognized her Delta
impossible.
shield.
And it's like, oh yes, because all and 1,000-year empires are all that common. Oh wait.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
And he wonders,
how can you not know this stuff? Seriously, where are you from?
Because he mentioned that it happened after the burn, and she doesn't know what that is.
Yeah, and at that point he's like, okay, any doubts that he might have had about her being from around here are very much erased at that point.
Because...
Burn was the day the galaxy took a hard left. Dilithium. One day most of it just went boom.
Yep, and then the Federation, they tried to hang on, but after a while they just weren't around anymore.
Yeah.
I guess they couldn't like keep their thing running the way they did when they couldn't just like whiff about gallivanting around the galaxy willy-nilly. As they were used to, was like projecting their power and like
and just communicating and trading between planets that like need each other's resources. I mean, you already saw this happening toward the end of or at the start of the 25th century, right? With Picard and the later season of Prodigy, that it was entering a period of more isolationism and people trying to take care of themselves rather than each other.
Yeah.
And a few centuries later, there was also the temporal wars, as we learned.
Yes, time wars. Well, that's a bit of a reference to Enterprise, who did a big thing about that, didn't they?
Yes, they had some issues with the 26th century temporal Cold War.
The Time Police, yeah.
Yeah, projecting back. And he talks about true believers, because every now and again you see someone who wears one of those emblems.
Right, yes.
And
the Federation has that effect
it's
on
about
people.
a vision and all those who believe in that vision.
Don't they? It's like we have the like the episode with the Prodigy episode with the people who are like the Starfleet cosplayers, basically.
Oh, yes, absolutely. But it's us too. Like we are sort of spacefaring culture, and we're still entranced by, it's for better or worse.
I haven't made it barely made it out of lower Earth orbit.
Yeah, and it's just okay, whatever. We're still entranced by Star Trek. Those Federation ideals. When she's talking about that, those have a place because it's not just about spaceships zipping around. It's about a vision that we can share. Like we're still attracted to that.
I suppose so. Yeah, I mean, it is fairly idealistic in a certain way.
Coming up on 60 years after that aired, and it's not just a bunch of like cool phases and fantasies. It's about people who care, and you can imagine that lasting.
Speaking of cool phases and views, we get to after the lichen-covered rock field makes way to a ridge behind which there is quite a big city.
Yes.
It's like, modern Space Manhattan or Space Dubai or whatever you want to call it. Space Dubai is Star Wars.
Yeah, let's go for Space Soul.
Space Soul. Right.
How about that?
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
With this big floaty thing above it.
Yeah, with a long walkway. It's this gorgeous thing. It sort of like looks like a ship just floating in the harbor.
Right, it does. And that must be like a several kilometer long walkway, judging by the size of the city, of the buildings. Unless they're like buildings for ants.
Needs to be at least 3 times bigger.
Yeah.
Loads of lights and a sort of a customs area before you can enter, and like the shopping arcade.
Big surprise for Michael.
The Andorians and the Orions are working together?
It's like, what the f***?
Yeah. Also, more wonderful makeups by Glenn Hetrick and his team. Also, especially like the Andorians. We saw them before at the end of season 1 of Discovery when there's a bunch of Andorians like dancing in like a Klingon bar, I think.
All right.
And those were just face paint, which in HD looks like what it is. People with their faces painted.
Right.
And so they, after the screen test, they turned the lights down real low, which worked for the sort of nightclub. But they figured we want to do Orion characters. Orion are the green ones.
Right,
Andorians are the blue ones. And so every Andorian you see here has a full face prosthetic that is like, not a skin tight, but like skin thin.
Right.
To get like the texture and the translucency and for the green to be deeper than just a layer of paint on top.
Right. Okay. Huh.
So those eyebrows are also fake.
They don't get a lot of walk-ins here. Follow my lead.
This is me. I'm just sort of tapping all over the place. There's a little floaty buzzy thing that's scanning them both while they're being
basically a remote camera drone type thing, which is scanning, but also lets the bosses, whom we never get to see, I think, look in and see what's going on, because Book is going like Book has access. He's a courier, so he has clearance once the thing scans his wrist thing, but Michael is a bit more of a problem because, nope, she's not coming in.
And he says, yeah, but she's got cool stuff and,
You want to be the one who tells them you turned away a prime supplier?
And indeed, the little drone thing pipes up with the boss voice going like, let them in.
And away they go. And now their plan is he's going to get some dilithium for a ship. Yep. And he's going to turn her to the comms array where she can get in touch with her ship.
Yeah, she hands her tricorder over as payment.
Yep, because...
Which should be able to get him some dilithium.
And he points her in the direction of the communication array, but...
Oh no!
dispatch additional drones.
This is their vault, not their comms. You're in a stasis beam.
Because he tricked her.
Yes.
He's a mean, tricksy tricker.
She is being held by a stasis beam which manifests as a red wire that is wrapped around her.
Because he didn't believe her idealistic bullshit.
Or he was just playing her.
Yeah.
And he takes the rest of her stuff.
And leaves her to the tender mercies of whoever. These may be sort of the bosses, actually.
I don't know. No, they're not. They're just two flunkies.
No, you're right.
They're just two flunkies who have to do the interrogation.
Yeah, and they're not very good at it. They keep talking over each other.
Yeah.
What makes you think you could get out of here alive?
That wasn't rhetorical. Answer the
Where's your ship?
Who are you working with?
Yeah, that's...
it's like incompetent cop and
bad at his job cop and bad cop.
Yes.
And they decide to spray her in the face.
Yeah, they have a little huff and a little puff of something to make her talk.
Yeah, and after they think that it doesn't work or that he calibrated it wrong, she goes,
damn.
Yeah. I love how it's like, okay, I'm hungry, let's go get a sandwich. And then suddenly she starts coming up. And,
and it's this amazing effect, which I think I know how they did it. It looks as if the camera is sort of really locked to her head.
Yeah.
Right? It moves around with her and you see the background moving. So I think this was just filmed a little wider than it looks and in post-production.
Right.
The motion tracking on her nose.
But yeah, I love those two guys.
Did you adjust the dosage again? I've told you so many times not to do that.
This stuff has a real integral consciousness.
Yeah.
Sure. And she also says...
I get that I have a friend with red hair. You cannot give her any.
Where did you get the vintage
Oh, God,
gear?
Tilly.
Imagine Tilly being on this. Because this is a completely truthful and reflective.
Tilly on this stuff would pass out because she couldn't breathe.
Yeah, she just breathe through her pores. She'd grow an extra head to just keep up with all the thoughts trying to come out. And she's got some excellent color perspective.
Because to me, you are Agua, but to me, you are Forest Green.
How are you connected to the Federation?
I'm dying to talk about it. Because today does not happen to people.
And it's such a fun version of Michael.
Yeah. I mean, it's not really... Yeah, they don't really get a lot of information out of her, at least not on screen.
No, I mean, they would if they just let her continue, because...
I gotta talk to someone. You need to sit. Can you sit? It's a super cool story. It's just in a completely devastating way.
And that's a chief. That gets a lot of circulation in my... I mean, in the meantime, Book is trying to sell this tricorder to an Orion woman named Hadley, who's not having any of it.
No, she doesn't want, I don't like that stuff. It's, don't need it.
And Michael is still sort of expositing to the Orion and the Andorian.
We left everything that I have ever known or loved behind me for the sake of creation, right?
Yeah, and they're just completely not interested?
Kinda, until she mentions that...
Him, you know, he stole somebody's cargo and he can't fly for shit.
Wait.
Yeah.
One of our guys?
Yeah.
Ooh, now he's interested. Fortunately, they find him just as he's about to be executed by Cosmo.
Yeah, well, there's one thing here.
Oh, wait, what?
Is he still in the building?
What's his name?
And then you see her.
Book.
You can see her trying to fight it. She's like,
oh, yeah.
She doesn't want to say
right.
his name. She doesn't want to quite rat him out.
Oh, good point. But so space drugs are real good.
I know, yeah, they just make her split it. But fortunately, yes, it comes to the rescue.
Because Cosmo Trait has found him. He's got a weird-looking weapon in his hand that, how would you describe it? It looks like a punching axe. Do you know how you've got a punching knife?
Oh, I suppose. You mean the one of those Indian things, of those triangular blades which kind of jut out from in front of your hand?
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's the danger fist bump?
Yeah. Except it's got a flat sort of blade that looks all glowy, so we're supposed to infer that that's like a future phaser.
The little round things.
Those show up. So the other guards, they have some sort of phaser mitten with a glowing ring around their fist.
Yeah. And they also have the blue ones, which are more like Claymore-like devices, but they just punch everybody away.
Oh, yeah. phenomenal weapons that she's also really impressed by.
I mean, those would be like inertial accelerators, I guess.
Something like that.
It's like...
Got a little sonic boom when you pull on the sides.
Yeah, it's not sonic. It's more than that.
Really impressive.
But, yeah.
Cosmo just wants to shoot people.
Yeah.
Because the regulators, that's the Orion and the Andorian, show up like, no, you can't destroy... I mean, he asks, does anyone care if I shoot him?
I'm not allowed a weapon in here.
Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
And fine, okay, can I shoot her then? But they are super not into getting shot.
No,
so
I mean, a few people are.
They set aside their differences, both being imprisoned and endangered that. And they do a quick nod.
A little knowing glance and a little wink nod.
Because they know each other's style now. They've studied each other's
close
moves.
enough, yeah, don't know.
And they both grab weapons. She is remarkably familiar with, or handy with a weapon she's had no time to familiarize herself with.
Like stick your hand in it, you find something that feels like a trigger, and then, it's not that complicated.
Title of your sex tape.
Wow.
There's a cool shootout with lots of sort of phaser holes. Those are powerful weapons and purely
Very much
destructive.
So, yes.
They don't just vaporize people. They turn them into like fragmentary dust.
And Book finally decides like, okay, we've had enough with getting shot at. I'll just use my little personal transporter, which apparently can be extended to 2 people.
He gets the timing just right. Like he taps it, and then just as it charges up, he grabs her, and they find themselves on the edge of a waterfall.
Yes.
But
we have to move. They'll be tracking them.
She keeps hitting him.
Yeah.
Well, he's given her a lot of reasons to hit her.
Fair.
First he attacks her.
Mm-hmm.
That's
worth
it. Betrays her.
Yeah.
Right. That's probably worth more than one punch, though.
Oh, I don't know. Depends on how hard and where it lands, and
Yeah, that's true.
how much of a grudge you are to be likely to be holding.
More of the regulators show up. There's another fist fight. There's another beam out. They go to another location.
It's a bit of jumpy.
I keep doing it. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you're better.
Normally it's not that sensitive.
Usually better with that.
Title of my sex tape.
But yes, to cut it's short because we can sit here and describe fighting scenes, but they do a teleporty fighty shooty scene
with a bunch of really cool aliens. There's an Amazaran, which we haven't seen since the motion picture, and got sort of reimagined here, which got a cool mask. There's a Lurian, which is the species that Morn is from. First time we've seen them on screen since Deep Space Nine. Oh, Glenn Hetrick talked about he made sometimes they make sort of display pieces of their cast.
Yeah.
And he made a version of a Lurian who had this cool sort of goggle setup, like he was an engineer,
right,
but also like a punk hair and sideburns.
Well, I mean, isn't that... It's kind of interesting that we see this character look so much like Gorn did, because like
Morn, yeah.
Morn, not Gorn, yeah. Because canonically, Gorn used to have like a huge head of hair.
Yeah.
So you'd expect that this one to have that as well, because unless this one's also been carrying...
Maybe it's just Morn pattern baldness.
Yeah, but he got that because he had the gold-plated latinum in his stomach.
Oh yes, that's not gold-plated, just straight up latinum in one of his spare stomachs, as we found.
Right.
Oh, no wonder all his hair fell out.
Yeah, exactly. So technically, this
maybe this guy's doing the same thing.
Sure,
but yeah, they kill like 20 people.
Yes,
because eventually they do the legitimate strategy of
jumping
spawn
off the cliff.
Camping. Well, they did jump off.
Right. Yes.
Spawn camping and blowing everyone.
I mean, if they're chasing you, then yeah, like all's fair in love and war, as they say,
It's a legitimate strategy.
But finally, he manages to jump off. He says, "You're not gonna like this." They do a gorgeous jump off the cliff.
Amazing. And then I
wonder if they filmed that. If there's actually a pair of base jumpers who are actually filming that, or if it's all done in digital.
That would have been very expensive.
Not really. I mean, you can't stop those guys from leaping.
That's true.
So it's just you find a few and you go hey, you want to be in a Star Trek?
Yeah.
And they go what do we need to do for a jump off a cliff? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, awesome.
Absolutely.
I was going to anyway.
Exactly.
And there's a beautiful shot of, it looks like hot springs, like the water has steam.
Oh, that's what I say. I'd be really surprised if this wasn't shot at the Blue Lagoon.
I mean, it must be,
but from an angle that you can't see the hotel. And there's a few of these springs which are actually a little bit outside the complex, which are not the part of the regular pool, but it has this it's very recognizable because you get this white deposit there, which is minerals and stuff.
Story of my sick now fight.
Oh, there's minerals in it, but yeah. So yeah, I'm almost certain that was filmed around the Blue Lagoon area.
You ever been?
I have not. It's still on my list. I'd like to go there. Wait for another eruption of the volcano.
Title of my no. I'll stop.
Thank you.
he lied.
But it's definitely Iceland is definitely still on my bucket list of places to see, and especially the Blue Lagoon, because it's probably a matter of time until one of the lava flows actually gets it.
No!
There was a close call till last year, I think.
Oh,
Where it was quite close to the power, because it got a geothermal power plant there,
right?
And the resort hotel type thing with the. So yeah, I'd love to go there sometime. Book, on the other hand, does a little bit of alien mumbo jumbo, and he gets this blue plant to rise out of the water.
Yeah, his forehead glows.
Space aloe.
It says this beautiful prayer, and yes, there's this glowing blue
space aloe vera.
Yeah, which has got some sting to it when she.
I've always thought that was like how you greet an old English lady, aloe vera.
Now you stop.
Morning, Primrose.
Oh God, I showed you Rosemary and Thyme, right? It was one of those murder cozies, in towns where loads of people get murdered, but it's all very cozy. And it's these lady detectives. I think one of them was a grizzled cop who sought a quieter life, but they run into gardening-related murders, which they solve through their gardening prowess, and they're Rosemary and Thyme.
You've told me about it, yes. I don't think I've seen it, but I do recall you telling me about it.
We're being awful casual for two gay dudes who were watching David Ayala with his shirt off this whole time, which is.
He's a handsome man.
A very handsome man, and you can also see Michael is certainly taking notice when he offers her his handkerchief to bind her arm.
Oh, you carry a handkerchief?
Man's got to blow his nose.
Yeah, I mean it's a blue one, so left arm blue.
And he opens up a communications channel.
And she's
You've had this the whole time, and you're just showing me now.
Yeah.
Well, But unfortunately, Discovery is not in range, or maybe not in time.
No.
Because we don't know what happened to Discovery.
And he asks her...
Time traveler.
Yeah, I figured.
Kinda. But yes, because apparently...
all time travel technology was destroyed after the temporal wars.
I mean...
outlawed, he said.
That's nice.
Yeah.
But that's not how... When do
you are a criminal.
What do we want? Time travel. When do we want it? Doesn't matter.
I managed to successfully do a joke that I've been planning for a long time, which is months ago. I went on Blue Sky and I bleated capital letters now. And then I waited 6 months. Yeah. And then I quote tweeted that with, what do we want? Time travel. When do we want it? And then it's got a tweet from 6 months ago. And I'm going to do it again in a year. I'm going to extend this joke.
Nice. I quiver in anticipation.
Say it!
Maybe in another episode. But yes, they thought they were clever by teleporting or transporting underwater, but apparently the
regulators.
Regulators, that's what they're called. They have found them anyway. They probably traced the ship. Okay, where do these guys come from? We don't know. Let's check the radar for the last day or so. Oh, what do you know here? There's this ship crashing down here in the distance. Why don't we go check out where that thing landed? Odds are that it's...
because they are well surrounded. They know weapons now. They know the ship is there because they fire one blast in the direction of the sort of cloaked area. It's a very good cloak, by the way, which...
yes.
Sort of fills in the gap where it's actually cutting into the water.
But yes, it's Tweedledee and Tweedledum, the Andorian and the Orion.
Yeah.
Is it just Orion? Yes.
Yeah.
It's not a person
Orion
from...
is the species from Orion.
Right, that's how we pronounce it in Dutch.
Actually, that's how some Orions pronounce it in the animated series, and it's now sort of canonically an accent difference.
Okay, yeah.
There's blue ones too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fake green.
Yes, exactly that.
I literally watched that episode last night with the other
awesome.
half. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you guys are getting caught up on Lower Decks, aren't you?
Yes, we are. So
awesome.
Season 2 right now,
So Cosmo bites it, because the green regulator goes...
What good is a courier who lets his cargo get stolen?
Yeah. And he tries to protest.
Back to Cope side, take the globe side, let them...
Well, there we go.
And that's...
It's a little bit of a vigilante justice in this system, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost like, smuggling is now the sort of, like, they're called the Orion Syndicate. They're apparently working together with the Andorians.
Uh-huh.
I don't even know that it's a junta per se. But, when the government falls apart, what's the next best structured power system?
Usually corporations.
No, that's true. Oh, actually, yeah. They do have a corporate congress.
Oh.
I think the Andorians do, or something. Well, we'll find stuff like that like later. Meanwhile, we need your cargo.
Give us the code now.
Peekaboo.
in his case, it's
sticky.
What?
STICKY. What kind of code is that? That's the damn code.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you've guessed it?
Pick your own code on your own ship.
Okay, sticky, and the ship sort of... Ooh, yeah, so it's got what looks like a glass bit in the middle that's detached.
The ship does seem to be a little bit weird, because, you got that pod thing, which wasn't sticking out earlier. Because, earlier it was just more or less on its side.
Yeah.
But now it's got this thing sticking out, which at first I thought were engine nozzles.
Right, yes, because it's got all these cylindrical...
Right, but it turns out it's like cargo space, and one of them cargo spaces has some sort of creature in it. It's, I'm admonished.
Shoot it!
Yeah,
because
it's
served fresh.
Yeah.
And this weird, gorgeous creature comes out, and it's a little bit cranky.
It is very cranky.
Because it snatches someone up. It's
almost immediately, yes.
It's sort of peaceful-looking globular face opens up with all these tentacles and claws.
It looks like it wouldn't be misplaced in Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
It looks like it's one of the bugs.
It's
phenomenal. Maybe a young brain bug before it gets fat.
Oh, yeah.
And it's got kind of like the
little sort of pincer arms.
Well, not pincer, the stabby arms more.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what it looks like. Ish. And it's got some mouth tentacles and it's glowy bits, and it starts it eats two people almost straight away.
Yep. All the other regulators beam out.
Bye.
Yep. Nope. Hard pass.
And
thank you.
The last one to get grabbed is Michael.
Yep.
Thump, gone.
And Book goes,
no!
He's already named it.
Yeah.
And he does...
Molly.
Yeah, and he does his little talk to... his forehead gets his glowy thing again, and he gets his talk to nature thing. He's a fucking druid.
He is a bit, isn't he? He's a space smuggler druid.
Yeah.
He's a druid rogue. He's sort of multi-classing,
well,
really.
Sure.
With a coat like that. And she spits out Michael.
Yeah.
Who says...
I really didn't know how this day was going to turn out.
Didn't expect that, though. Oh.
Zoom through a wild sort of warp corridor. We find the Book ship flying.
And yes, we have some alternate warp or different warp, or I don't know what kind of warp.
Very fast warp.
And we learn that Molly is in fact a transworm.
Yeah, and she's being taken to a sanctuary planet. Because the transworms used to be everywhere, but without the Federation, there was no one to enforce the Endangered Species Act.
Because apparently they're good eating. I wonder if it's like a fugu thing, where it's like you have to they're considered a rare delicacy, but if you don't prepare them right, and then I don't know why they're called transworms, because transworms, but I assume that you can get all loopy if you eat the wrong stuff, part of them.
Oh, wow. I do believe that's why Book earlier says close your eyes.
Oh, yes.
Because you're not supposed to look at them, because that's how they get you.
Right. So
they sort of immobilize their prey. And they talk briefly about, what's going on with your forehead, which is a very common Star Trek question to ask. What's up with your forehead?
That's kind of, I was going to say, that's almost an impolite question to ask.
It is a little, yes, yeah, when you come from a sort of position of othering people, But Star Trek embraces the philosophy of infinite diversity and infinite combinations and taking special delight in differences. And like, yeah, I have this curiosity as well. When someone has a type of face and skin and hair that I don't recognize, I want to know more about that. And I try to come at it with earnestness and curiosity.
Yes.
And I happen to be a brown, which gives me a little leg up in that regard.
Sure, yes.
But he says...
Family of killers. Yeah. Poachers. Every so often, one like me shows up in the gene pool.
Yeah.
So apparently not human. Human-ish.
Yeah, human-like.
Oh, there's a lot of purring here. Isn't that purr?
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. But yes, they arrive at the sanctuary planet, which I assume has been shot in infrared.
I think they just did a color change.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it kind of has that like infrared filmed look.
Oh, yes, because all the leaves are red,
exactly.
like intensely red.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful effect. I think, oh no, they did that later in Star Trek Into Darkness. You also have a red forest where these aliens are running through. But I think that forest was indoors, so they might have just created a whole bunch of red leaves to run through.
That makes sense, yeah. This looks like Pacific Northwest where they're filming this now.
It does very much.
Yeah. And yes, apparently they get the worm just in time for the mating season.
Yeah. We had a lot of transworms dudes who were excited to meet Molly.
Yes. So yes, they had to.
And it's a sort of happy reunion for this species. They can make baby transworms, which is a wonderful thing to do. And there's an interesting conversation because she talks about like what we left behind, and he asks how much she left behind.
930 years.
And he asks her why, and she says,
to ensure the future.
I guess so I mean, literally, she could at this point go to anybody here, walk up to them and go like, "Hey, you like being around, like being there, and like you're fucking welcome."
Yeah, kind of. And Book gets that, and he says,
he doesn't know it. I mean, she doesn't.
He infers it from what she's saying. Like she did that because it was necessary for the future to exist, and as someone who has himself, made personal sacrifices and taken personal risks to ensure the future of this species that's otherwise being driven to extinction through consumption. I like that he just takes her at her word.
Yeah, fair.
Right? There's a trust between them, and she's proved that she's not like him.
He takes her to...
This is a courier waypoint, but it used to be a Federation relay station.
Yeah.
What happened?
Main reactor breach, probably. Long time ago. No one around to pick up the pieces anymore.
Yeah, it's this massive structure.
It still has Mr. Sahil sitting there.
Yes. Who says,
"Welcome to Starfleet. May I help you?"
And he gets so excited when she introduces herself as...
I'm Commander Michael Burnham. Science Officer, USS Discovery.
Because he's never met a Starfleet officer.
Oh, other than his father, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he tries to help her, just as soon as she asks.
I need to locate the warp signature of a starship with the identifier NCC-1031.
And there's these beautiful holographic interfaces that he operates with his hands. But no, he can't find those.
Yeah, doesn't have access to any other sectors, but in this sector there's only 2 ships here in a 600 light-year radius.
Yep. The long-range sensors failed decades ago, and he hasn't been able to scan beyond 30 sectors, and...
I would imagine it is the same for all others.
And he can only imagine. He isn't in touch with anyone else. That's also why they need the couriers to send messages over longer distances.
I guess they don't have subspace communication systems anymore?
They do, but those need relays in order to...
Right, yes.
You had loads of communication relays throughout the galaxy.
Right.
That helped propagate.
Like this station is.
Like this station, yeah. And she explains to him, again, that she's from the past.
Yep.
And he goes, oh, well, so if your ship came through the wormhole, then they could be very close, but...
By the laws of temporal mechanics, they could arrive tomorrow or...
In 1,000 years.
Yeah, we just don't know.
Yep. And he says that he was never sworn in, unlike his parents before him.
Right.
But he still minds this office every day, believing that one day someone like him would walk in through that door.
Yeah.
And he
Today's the day.
Yep, because he wanted to know that hope was not in vain. And today...
And that hope is you, Commander Burnham.
Hence the title of the episode. Yeah. That hope is you.
Very good, yes. So he asks her if she could raise the Federation flag for her, which apparently only a commissioned officer may do.
Yeah, that's a weird one. The Federation is not Starfleet, but whatever. Don't stand in the way of a really romantic moment. Also, take a moment to appreciate the logo on top of that box. Nerds like me probably recognize that in the opening credits as well. It's the Starfleet Delta.
Yeah, with the line through it?
Yeah, that's an innovation that Discovery added. But in particular, it has an oval around it.
Oh, right, I see, yes.
Which we know only from the promotional materials surrounding Star Trek Generations, where that design was used. Never seen before or since, never even seen physically. But... the delta embedded in an oval like that and forming negative spaces, I've always really loved it. So I was so excited when that came back. Because yes, this flag is an heirloom, and he's waited a long time to see it on that wall, but he needed an officer to do that.
Yes.
Which is very tragic.
And she makes it simple. There's she basically says...
You are as real a Federation officer as any I have ever met. You would do me the honor. We need an acting communications chief.
So, congratulations, shake on it. Good, you're Starfleet now.
Yep. And they clasp hands. And what a thing that must be. For both of them. Right? Mr. Sahil, who spent his entire life in the service of something that doesn't exist. And now here it is in front of her. And her. She's just come to terms with this century that doesn't have a place for her in it.
Well, it doesn't have her place in it.
And then she discovers that the thing that she valued most still does exist.
Yes. The hope of Starfleet.
Yeah.
One might uncharitably call it naivety.
Yes. Yeah. I've always appreciated the word naive in that it literally means like newborn.
Okay.
Right? Native.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Right? That's what it's related to, or what it cognates to. Like, this is how we come out of the womb. Like, this is something that a person I know who has children explained to me. Like, do you know how kids sometimes come up to you and tell you how to do things that you're already doing?
Right.
Right. And it seems annoying. Hey, why are you telling me? I'm an adult. Yeah. I know things better than you can. But like, people help them do things all the time and explain things to do them. So they think that that's just what people do for each other.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. And hence this naivete that you're talking about, like the idea that we take care of each other more than we take care of ourselves. That's something that babies experience.
Right, yeah.
And they think that's a really great way to run the world. Yeah. That must be how everybody must...
a lot of people quickly grow out of that, though.
Yeah. And that's done to them by the environment. But it can be kept alive with this hope. So yeah, I share that.
So, thus starts season 3 of Discovery.
Yeah! Oh, man. That was your first time in the 31st century, wasn't it?
I think so, yes.
That does give us the opportunity that we can now have like later episodes of Discovery entering the roster.
I suppose so, yes.
Oh, what did you think? Oh. I know this is not how we usually do this, but like I'm
You're actually
curious.
Wanting my honest opinion on this?
Yeah,
no, you don't.
Okay. All right. You can't sort of scrape the barrel and find something positive about it? Really? You're not into it?
No, I mean, it's a good episode, but I mean, like, it is an episode.
Yeah.
It's, other than that, I like the introduction of new characters. It's clearly, a good setup. On the end, in total, what happens? Not much, nothing really. It's just it's an introductory episode.
I mean, it's character development, so much of it depends on the context of the series as a whole, with a lot of serialized fiction.
Yeah. So I mean, it is an episode. It's
that's fair. Not everything is for everyone.
It's plenty entertaining, but I mean, like I said, nothing really happens. It's like we're introducing Book here, and getting it established that Burnham is on her own. Well, other than Book, but yeah.
All right. So even with that balanced opinion, what did you think was
so fucking cool?
That would have been the almost Blade Runner-esque setting of the
mercantile.
Mercantile, yes, I really like that.
Awesome!
That whole environment, like the wheeling and dealing, the pillars of stuff, which apparently work with the same principle as the deck and the chair and the bed.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Where you see just things coming up out of the ground.
Yeah, and when they get blasted, there's this sort of cloud of dust and matter.
Right, yeah. It's kind of like, holodeck 2.0 technology, I guess.
It's called programmable matter.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's a really cool, like, future technology that we get to see them play with.
So, yes, that's mine. What was yours?
Fucking everything. My God. I love Discovery, and that again is, like, it's had 3 first episodes, technically. Like, the Battle of the Binary Stars 2-parter that it starts with, with the Vulcan hello. Like, that's a preface, right? You could plausibly have started with the series with, I think it's called Context for Kings, technically the 3rd episode, the first time that we see Michael in chains.
Right.
And she comes upon.
So one of the Mirror Universe episodes?
No. It's just the first time that the Discovery is encountered.
Oh, okay.
Because Discovery itself doesn't appear at all in the opening 2-part. That's on the Shenzhou, and then a 3rd pilot episode essentially, and such a bold story with just one character that we know, and like trusting that we appreciate what Star Trek is, even if we don't see a spaceship and a crew. Because it's more than that, right?
Oh, well, that's absolutely. That's what we do with the whole, that's the whole Mr. Sahil thing. It sets up an interesting premise, I'll give you that. The fact that, like, Starfleet isn't the thing that it was. And, like, Starfleet is, the only thing left of Starfleet probably is its ideals.
Yeah.
With those who care to carry them.
Yeah. And that's something that Burnham has faced before. Like, she started off like defying Starfleet's ideals to save Starfleet, the Federation itself. That's how she viewed it,
right?
Until in the final episode of season 1, where she discovered that Starfleet was planning something absolutely monstrous, and saying you can't do that, not even to survive. And an admiral says to her, "We don't have the luxuries of we don't have the luxury of our ideals."
And that's like, no.
And she goes, no, that's all we have.
Yeah.
That's the only thing we have. It's the only thing that sets us apart. Okay. Oh.
Remind me why, Discovery traveling through the future saves the universe, saves the future? What's it?
So they at one point discovered, we've seen this one.
Right.
Remember the giant glowing sphere and everybody started talking different languages?
Yes.
So that sphere was a living creature.
That information.
Dumped information into Discovery. And the information does not want to be deleted or moved.
Right.
Has resisted. And it is wanted by a rogue AI that wants that in order to grow itself to be able to exterminate all life in the universe.
Oh, right.
So they needed to not only destroy that AI, but also move that knowledge
away from
out of this century.
Yeah. And we don't know where it is because it's presumably still on board Discovery and it's not shown up yet.
Yeah. It's going to be a lonely season just with
all right.
Burnham.
Now, we have another segment.
Captain's log, supplemental.
In which we imagine a scene that was left on the cutting room floor.
I have not prepared for this. Let me see. It's already an episode. Yeah, you go.
In that case, let me go. It's like on the beach after Molly comes out of her little cat carrier. There's a bunch of Rico's Roughnecks which show up on the I do the same for you. I'd expect any man to do the same for me.
Oh, wow. I demand the best. I give the best.
Yeah, there you go.
Have fun. That's an order.
You're sergeant until you get killed or if else find someone else, a better person or something. What's the line?
Yeah, Starship Troopers. As amazing as a film as it is, it's actually not super enjoyable to rewatch. Like, all those scenes still make sense and they're fantastic as a whole. And I'm still stalling because I don't really have something brilliant. Oh God, I could go really pessimistic and like Mr. Sahil it's Mr. Sahil's office and just off screen he has another rack full of boxes with different flags because
he's got a Klingon flag and a
Vulcan
flag
and a Vulcan one and he's just such a desperate need to belong. He's just waiting for somebody to, and there's Ooh, there's one with old-fashioned German inscriptions. You really don't want to look into that one.
Kind of like that character from The Mummy who has like carrying like all
Benny,
these Benny, yes.
He goes, no, Allahu Akbar, no, that doesn't work. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu.
The slave language.
Oh, I'll do that one. Yes, okay. L'chaim. That's what I am now. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Lauren, for recommending this episode to us.
Yes. A wonderful recommendation introducing us to the 31st century and...
Which leaves us...
Next time on an all-new episode of Star Trek.
Grammatically that doesn't really work.
Oh.
Which leaves us to next time on an all-new...
I suppose so, but it's like the segment. It's just it's just the name of our segment.
It is.
It doesn't work very well if you'd like have to press the button from the soundboard 5 times before it actually plays.
Gonna see if I can get you wired somehow.
I don't think that's the problem, but I think it's just this tablet being quite slow.
Well, maybe if the Patreon winds up growing, we'll be able to afford some better technology for you.
But yes, so we have the chief has selected a trail of cookie crumbs for us, which will lead us to the next episode, hopefully, if we can catch it. So what do we have?
All right, here's clue number 1.
The Cardassians have no honor. I do not trust them.
Okay. That sounds like he's doing Worf.
Yeah, it's Worf.
Yeah,
that's Worf. That's
DS9.
Yeah, easy. Yeah. We're in the bag. Oh, we're going to win this one, Kay. I believe in us.
Oh, you might.
Whew.
Smells musty in here. Like a bureaucrat's office.
Still Worf-ish, sort of feels like.
Maybe Odo, but it doesn't seem like the kind of who
No, you're right. That's not very Worfy, no.
Or maybe, it could be something that, it's more Quarkish, actually, I think. Like a bureaucrat's office. Okay, let's keep going.
I think when one has been angry for a very long time, one gets used to it. And it becomes comfortable, like old leather. And finally, it becomes so familiar that one can't remember feeling any other way.
This could be Kira.
Could be. I think that's the
but
way.
She wouldn't say one.
Right. I think also the way that like he clips his speech a little bit. I think he's trying to do a particular character, and I can't quite place who.
Data. It's got to be DS9.
Yeah, I think so. Well, all right. Well, there have been Cardassians outside of DS9, but
yeah, true. All right.
It's not you I hate, Cardassian. I hate what I became because of you.
Okay, that's got to be Kira.
That sounds like it, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know, no idea which episode, though.
Okay, last one.
Take this message to your leaders, Gul Masset. We'll be watching.
Oh my god. No, it's not DS9 at all. I think that this is where we recently sang the song from. I think this is The Wounded from Next Generation.
Oh, gosh, yes, that's entirely
because
possible.
Because now, like, when one has been so comfortable, that's Picard.
Oh.
You know, you were right. It's Cardassians outside of...
Yeah.
All right, let's find out.
I think you're onto something.
Okay, Miles O'Brien has to kill some Cardies because the episode is TNG 412, The Wounded.
Yes, very good.
Awesome.
Well called.
Oh,
well
we get to sing the song again. Let's practice the harmony. I know that harmony is not...
it's not a harmony song.
You just watch me. I am an intuitive harmonizer, and if you just close your ears and keep singing the song the way you do, I'll do my very best.
Right. Well, we will have another story for you next week, and then in 2 weeks' time we will have the
Wounded.
The Wounded.
The Wounded with the squeaky Cardassian uniforms that I'm really looking forward to sharing that sound effect with you. Good gravy.
Which leaves us only with one more thing to do.
I'm leaving Starfleet.
Energize!
We hope you've enjoyed this week's episode with your friends Kay and Cocky, production and editing by our chief engineer Greg, and music by Fox Amore. Join us next week for Distant Origin, Painful Truth, the fanfiction reading followed by The Wounded, TNG 412. Visit joyoftrek.com/links to send us your recommendations, support us on Patreon, or to find us on Blue Sky. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you for listening to The Joy of Trek, and we'll see you out there!